To Egypt, where Mahmoud El Gohary remains a respected coaching figure, having led the Pharaohs to the 1990 World Cup and their second AFCON title, besides laying the foundations that have made the North African nation a continental powerhouse in the sport. The late El Gohary, who passed on in 2012, aged 74, has been honored in Egypt and Jordan for the rich legacy he left behind. CGTN's Adel Mahroui brings us his story.
Across the street from the main fans gate to the Cairo International Stadium stands a square named after Egypt's iconic coach Mahmoud El Gohary. Nothing is significant about the place. It's as humble as the name it bears.
He gave an impression that he's a dictator, but had a very kind heart. He never made a decision without consulting us, and once he took it, he stuck to it. I once suggested a tactical change in a match between Jordan and Lebanon, which led to our victory. Prince Ali of Jordan came to coach El Gohary, telling him that he saved the team with these substitutions. With confidence, the coach replied, it was Al-Ah who made the changes.
El Gohary coached both El Ahly and Zamalek to several continental titles. He took the Pharaohs to their second World Cup appearance in Italy 1990, the first since 1934, and made history in Jordan by taking the national team to its first AFC Asia Cup. El Gohary was a military officer and a decorated war hero, yet his remarkable influence on the sport continued through his military service, thus giving him the nickname the General. His passion for football made him connect with players on a personal level, not only developing their football skills, but also their characters.
We were sitting at the back of the bus one time telling jokes and laughing out loud, but he only heard me. It gave him the impression that I was not focused, so he took me out from the opening game of the World Cup. He takes football very seriously, and that is why since then I always sat right behind his seat. I was one of only 4 of his most favorite players, but he never let that get in the way of what was best for our national team.
In the 1998 AFCON in Burkina Faso, we were surprised with the limited facilities available. The players were upset with the poor hotel services and they started complaining. Suddenly, Coach El Gohary gathered all the team and gave a lecture about how to love the place we are in. He announced that he'll inspect the players' rooms the next day and the most beautiful room will get $100. He flipped their mood in a few minutes.
Mahmoud El Gohary's service in Jordan was equally inspiring. Besides restructuring the kingdom's football, he set aside part of his salary to support some players financially. El Gohary died on the 31st of August 2012 in Amman.
As Jordan honored him during his life, the king was keen to honor him in his death as well. King Abdullah granted El Gohary the great honor of a military funeral service. He got wrapped in the Jordanian flag. Every year on his birthday and his death date, we remind all of Jordan of his life achievements through our media.
The general's impact on Arab football was so huge that world body FIFA celebrated his 85th birthday this week. It posted a photo naming him the champion of Africa with Egypt and the leader of Jordan's football revolution.
El Gohary was a football mastermind who could read any match and make the necessary changes instantly. As he led football in several Arab countries, he made history on his way, sparking happiness in the hearts of millions of Arab football fans. His human connection with his coaching staff and players, however, is by far what made him a legend. Adel Mahroui, CGTN, from Mahmoud El Gohary Square in the Egyptian capital, Cairo.